Here we have my old Hilka 3-ton jack. As you can see, it has seen better days, but kind of still works. If I lock the piston off there, put myself on it, and it doesn't do much there, but if you go right down to the bottom of the travel, it will actually jack me up and release. So what I think it is the fluid. Some of the fluid has come out, and I'm just going to try and renovate it because I'm going to give it to someone. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean it all off, brush it all down, and get some brake clean on it to make it slightly less grotty. Now that whole thing has been cleaned down, we need to do things like get rid of any stones. I've actually used the brush to wipe out some of the grease from there. Get rid of some of the stones from the back here, just in here. Don't want any of this already in here. Next thing you want to do is just make sure all these bolts are tight. So here we've got a 14mm, 24 up here as well, 18mm there, and then this is an Allen 10mm, but it will be different for every jack, but over time they do get loose, so just check the tightness on this side and then flip it over and do the other side as well. When this rod goes the whole way through, you need to brace one side and tighten the other, and the same with this rod at the back. These are actually not the whole way through, and so don't really tighten up, but as long as they're not loose. And then this, you can actually tighten this up because that goes into, you can see the other side goes into threaded hole. So that's all tight. Now when it comes to actually making this jack good again, the problem with it at the moment is all of the operational range is right down the bottom there. So what you need to do is top it back up with some hydraulic oil. Here we go, this is what I've got, Clark hydraulic oil. And where to start to actually get this thing open is here. There's a little rubber bung there. You don't need to be back here messing around with these screws. There's one here and there's one here, which has the do not adjust, so you want to leave them alone anyway. So what you need to do is just get a little flathead screwdriver and just pull this bung out, but you've got to obviously make sure you're fully anti-clockwise or open on the valve first, and everything's on the deck. And then we're going to top it up with this hydraulic fluid, which is in this little squirter here. So first off, I'm just going to ease off that, but before I even do that, what I want to do is, you see it's a little bit dirty in there, I just want to go and clean it with a toothbrush because I don't want to get crap in the piston. I've got some brake clean here, so I think this is why people don't think this is the way to do it, because it gets spray painted at the same time as they make these things. So you can see that paint's cracking, but it is a rubber bung. There we go, I've just taken it off there, and now I can go ahead and put some oil in there. A little bung, just like that. Here's the oil, like that. I'm just going to squirt it in. There, you should be able to see, zoom in a bit, it's overflowing. So then I can just put this little rubber stopper back in. There you go, it takes a bit of side to side movement, and also obviously this thing's incredibly full, so you can kind of go like that and get that back in there. Right, and then now to bleed the system, and this is what it says on the instructions, you want to do some pumps. So I have this fully anti-clockwise, and I'm going to do about 20 of these. You get the picture. So now that's been done 20 times, you can now close the valve. So turn the hand clockwise, which turns the valve anti-clockwise, and then go up. And you know it's when it's at the top because we'll start squeaking it. So you can hear that. Okay, that's at the top. Then take it down. Right. Make sure it's fully anti-clockwise, and then you should be able to just hiss any air out of it by squeezing this thing over a bit. You should hear might not really have any in it. Okay, and then it's your choice whether you take this bung up and fill it up again, or you leave it. But now that's still properly in there. So I'll just go clockwise on the jack. What I want to see is, as soon as I press this lever, it starts going up. So nice and smooth, looks all good. What I'm just going to do now is take out the bung and see if it did actually lose any fluid at all. If you can see, but it has actually gone down a tiny bit in terms of level, so I'm just going to do the same again. I'm just going to top it back up with this, and then put the little bung in again and repeat the procedure of pumping the handle 20 times. So now I've done the 20 pumps with the valve fully open. I've gone clockwise on the handle again to close it, and then I'm just going to go the whole way up to the top, and you can see it's not making any squeaky noise at all because there's no air in it. So let's come down with that. And then just, yeah, I think this is as good as it's going to be now. So that is it. That's how to recondition one of these things. I might even recondition it, just make sure everything's okay. Another thing to do is make sure that these little feet are tight as well, but I know they are, so I checked that before. You can just get a flat head in the middle and just a spanner and just check they're tight. But other than that, this thing is good to go, and we'll live to fight another day.